Hi, I'm Carey, and welcome to ThriveGroups. Before we get started, we're going to lay down some rules, so listen up, kiddos. First rule is everyone participates, but nobody dominates. So share what you want, but not your whole life story today. We can hear it another time. Make sure you wrap up your group on time because the mama's got to get to bed, the daddy's got to get to bed, the kids got to get to bed. So wrap it up and get out. All right, our icebreaker for tonight is share a favorite memory of your mom. So one of my favorite memories is when I was a kid, I was on the swing set, swinging on the swings, and my mom was cutting some grass along the garden wall. And she was using some of those hedge clippers, and she was clipping along. And then all of a sudden she screamed because she cut a snake. She cut the skin right off of that snake, and then I screamed. And that's the end of the story. Talk about a time when you felt drained. Well, for me, about a year ago, we decided to sell our house. And it was an emotional roller coaster. It was extremely draining. We sold our house and then we had to try to find a house, and we couldn't find a house until the very last minute. Thank God he came through, but it was such a draining process. So for you, share a time when you felt drained. 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. One day, the widow of a member of the group of prophets came to Elisha and cried out, "My husband who served you is dead, and you know how he feared the Lord. But now a creditor has come threatening to take my 2 sons as slaves. What can I do to help you?" Elisha asked. "Tell me, what do you have in the house?" "Nothing at all except a flask of olive oil," she replied. And Elisha said, "Borrow as many empty jars as you can from your friends and neighbors. Then go into your house with your sons and shut the door behind you. Pour olive oil from your flask into the jars, setting each one aside when it is filled." So she did as she was told. Her sons kept bringing jars to her, and she filled one after another. Soon every container was full to the brim. "Bring me another jar," she said to one of her sons. "There aren't any more," he told her. And then the olive oil stopped flowing. When she told the man of God what had happened, he said to her, "Now sell the olive oil and pay your debts, and you and your sons can live on what is left over." So let's talk about what stands out to you in those verses. Now share about a time when somebody did something to fill you up. So lately, my mom has been coming over and taking my 4-year-old son home to her house for the whole day. And it's been amazing. It's really helped to fill me up and give me time to do other things like study or clean the house or go for a hike. And it's just been a blessing to me. So how about you? Share about a time when somebody did something to fill you up. How can you pour into someone this week? Well, I already did something today, actually. I FaceTimed my aunt and we had a good chat. Now, my aunt is always pouring into me. She always encourages me. She sends me cards. She remembers every birthday, every occasion. So today I gave her a call and we had a chance to FaceTime, see each other, and catch up. And I think it was a blessing for both of us. So what's something that you can do this week to pour into somebody else? So now let's have a time of prayer. And I want to encourage each one of you to pray, even if it's short and sweet. Anybody who wants to pray can jump in. And then when the room is a little bit quiet, your leader will close up with a prayer at the end. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had a great group.